We're back, guys, with the look at Combat Patrol issues 11 through 14. So we'll start off, as usual, with painted minis from the last 4 issues. There's my Librarian in Terminator armour with his Imperial Fists shoulder pads on. Quite a good finish on that one, I thought. Quite pleased with that. Now we have our 10 Termagants and the Ripper Swarm. There's the Ripper Swarm. The little fellas. There we go for those. And then the 10 Termagants. I'll only show you a couple of those because they're all pretty much of a muchness. Again, don't take long to paint at all, really. Same way as I painted all the others. Spray primer, bleach bone, and then the appropriate Citadel contrast over the top, just to create some shade and highlighting, and then a little dry brush over the top of that just to bring out the details a bit more. So there are those. The others are obviously in there, just to prove that I have painted them. There we go. So that's last month's miniatures done, and over the weekend the next 4 issues came flying through the letterbox. 3 paintbrushes. Now I'm sure these come with the premium subscription, but I can't be sure. We get a dry brush, a layer brush, and a something else brush, can't remember now. Well, 3 Citadel brushes. Again, you can never have too many. So they're the brushes that came. Issue 11 comes with 2 more paints. Corax White and Lead Belcher. So a metallic and a base coat. There we go for those. I've noticed as well with the paints when they come, they actually come at the time that they're useful for whatever miniatures are being issued at the same time. So all your relevant colours for your Space Marines and your Tyranids are coming with the Space Marines and Tyranid miniatures, which I think is a good idea. If you want to paint them the same as they have in the magazine. I, of course, have gone different with the Space Marines. So, issue 11, again, with your new paints, how to paint, using your new Lead Belchers and Corax White paints. Again, your reading section this time focuses on the Adeptus Mechanicus, which I think is one of the coolest looking factions. I do have a few bits of that. I don't have a full army of these, but I've got some Skitari Rangers and the Rust Stalkers, a couple of the Castellan robots, and a tech. Is it what's the leader guy called? I can't remember now. But these are the guys that worship the machine god, the Omnissiah in the Imperium. And then we have some more background information on the Tyranid weapons, bioweapons. A little bit of a story, Into the Dark. And now we're going into phases and objectives in our how to play section. Breaks down each turn into the phases, and sometimes your mission objectives aren't to wipe the enemy out, but to capture something or get a certain amount of of your models off the other end of the board, that kind of thing. Turn breakdown, objective markers, you get free. But I say you can use any piece of scenery or terrain that you've got for those as well. So that's how your objectives work. And obviously your scenario, you've got to secure an objective on the board. Looks like we've got quite a few models on the board here with this one. We're using our full range of miniatures we've got so far here. So we've got our 5 incinerators, our captain and our librarian for the Space Marines, Barb Gaunts, Termagants, Hive Prime, and your Von Rise Leapers on the other side on your board. So all your miniatures you've got so far are more or less on the board at the same time. So by this point in your own collection, you should have a rough idea of how the turn phases go. Getting into slightly bigger battles now rather than just skirmishes, which is always fun. How their battle went, and there's your objective markers and victory point tokens that you get free on the back for you to cut out and use should you so wish. So there's issue 11, guys. Issue 12. We're getting into the big boys now. Your first sprue of your Space Marine Terminators. These are your elite of the elite, if you will. Again, single pose push fit from Leviathan box set. Easy to build. Issue 12 itself. I'll have a quick flick through this. There's your Terminator squad all finished on the cover, painted as Ultramarines. And your Teleport Homer. Not to be confused with Homer Simpson. Again, how to build your Terminators. Again, all numbered parts, push fit, easy to assemble. Get them all together real quick. Nothing new there. Again, some more information on tactical doctrine and how the Space Marines work and things like that. Bolt rifles, storm bolters, assault bolters, all that kind of thing. Chainsword, power fist, power sword, plasma and bolt pistols. Now we're getting into battle shock tests for the play section. Some units suffer from battle shock if they lose too many models in a turn, and how to test for that, whether you run away or stay and fight. Your new scenario, hold or die. Again, using all the models you've got so far. On the tabletop there. That's your scenario. How their battle went. And how those rules work. Again, teach you a little bit of the rules every edition, so you don't get too bogged down. So there we go, guys. That was issue 12. Issue 13 comes with your second sprue of Terminators. Again, your push fit Leviathan set of your Terminators there. Now with these 2 issues, you'll get enough for a 5-man squad of Terminators and the Teleport Homer itself. Also comes with the bases for them in issue 13. I won't show you those because they're just round pieces of black plastic. Nothing very interesting. Again, issue 13 on the front there. Shows you your full Terminator squad. Sergeant with the infamous red helmet. And your 4 Terminator troops. Again, how to carry on painting your Terminators this time. Using the paints we've already got. Clear, concise instructions. How a Space Marine is created. It's a pretty horrific process if you don't know how it's done, but there you go. Bonds of Honor, the story, part 3. And in this edition, you get your rules for your Terminator Marines. Again, the ones with the best armour from a Space Marine squad, and only the best warriors get to wear them. Special rules for your leaders. There's your data sheet, obviously, for your Terminator squad as well. Special rules for your leaders. Your heroic models, if you will. How they work. And scenario 9 is Burden of Command. So again, concentrating on probably your leader models more so than the your normal troops, and how their special abilities work in the game. And there we go. So that was issue 13, guys. And the last one for this month, issue 14. Again, you get your 2 paints. Rakarth Flesh, I believe it is. And Voluptuous Pink. There we go. Your 2 paints for this issue. So like I say, the colours that they give you are coming out alongside the issues that you need, the miniatures need the relevant colours for. Again, a good way of doing it. There's no point in giving you yellow if you're going to paint your Terminators blue and your Tyranids the colours that they are in the book, because there isn't any yellow. So it's a good way of them giving you the paints you require for the miniatures that you've got. So, issue 14, more out of, it's Screamer Pink actually, not Volupus. I think Volupus Pink's the contrast colour pink. But again, here's your Rakarth Flesh and Screamer Pink. Using them on the models you've already got. So you should by now have a fairly nice set of almost finished Terminators. Space Marines and Tyranids. I mean, I've got all mine painted because I've got hundreds of paints because I've been doing it for a long time. Right, we've got the Inquisition. One of the more fascinating aspects of the 40k universe. If you're into your reading, you need to read about the Inquisition. They do have some quite fascinating stories about them. Nothing is all as it seems. I'll just say that. Dark Angel, nice. Oath of Moment. The Third Tyrannic War. I think this is the one where the Blood Angels get involved, because Dante's mentioned here. Chapter Master of the Blood Angels. Don't know much about the Third Tyrannic War. The first and second ones I do, because they're obviously the original ones. Deployment is your rules for your play section this time. How to put your models on the start of the table once you're fighting a more complete battle. Deployment hints and tips. And your infiltrators and deep strike rules, which is what your Terminators use. So there's rules for those, and your scenario, deep strike. So your Terminators can deep strike behind enemy lines and that sort of thing. So that's how those work. There we go, guys. The next 2 issues that are coming next month. Your Tyranid Psychophage is a big fella. I'm looking forward to painting him. Do like painting large models. Looks very scary. And issue 16 comes with 2 new paints again. Mephiston Red and can't quite read that. Something orange, I think it is. Anyway, that's the next 2 issues that are coming. Whether they'll come before Christmas or after, I'm not sure, because I'm filming this video on the 2nd of December. Maybe they'll come on just before Christmas. If not, it'll be early in the new year, I would have thought. But there we go, guys. That's this month's offering from Combat Patrol. Hope you enjoyed it. And we shall catch you in the next video. Cheers.